Hello and welcome to 1112. We will have a practical thing here and see if Kalle Lundahl can produce a Möbius strip. I'll ask him to grab the scissors and make one band only. Careful, no hurry, no hurry, no hurry. So now he has a band here. Can show it all around. Yes, thank you. And now I want you to attach the two ends to each other. But before you do that, give the band half a twist.
Like
and I can show you from this. Yes, very good. No, I have to be, yes. So now we see a twist and now you put the ends together.
like this.
Let's see here.
Like this perhaps.
No. You didn't put in the twist there.
So a twist in what way do you mean?
You can either twist right or left. Both exist. But we start today by a left twist.
You mean like that? Okay.
And you can attach it.
Okay, let me do it so I learn it. So like this.
Yes, and you
and
attach
then I go.
Attach it, yes.
Okay.
Then you hold it.
Okay, now I get it.
So we can also make it a bit more advanced by putting them like this. And there you hold your fingers there. So here we have the Möbius strip, and you can go the path. You can start here and you go around, you go around, you go around, and then you end up on the other. Do you see here how we end up on the other side? Now we are on the inside, so to speak. And the Möbius strip, it's just one-sided. And how many turns do you need to make, Kalle, to come back to the same position?
1.
2.
You mean the starting point?
Yes. What do we say in ordinary reality? How many times do you need to get back to the same position?
Once.
One.
If you go like...
Whatever you do, doesn't matter what you do, it's always one. But the Möbius strip, now we made this Möbius strip going to the left. If we are making another Möbius strip going to the right, but not now, and put them together, we are actually making a Klein bottle. So a Klein bottle has as its construct the Möbius strip. And the Möbius strip is not only particularly weird, it is also non-localizable. Why is that? Well, the reason is, if we look carefully, I could say this is a position, but is it upside or is it downside? You cannot tell, because you cannot orient it. What is upside becomes underside and vice versa. And this is the lesson from the Möbius strip. I think I have some few 10 minutes. I'm going to mention some more that could give some more flesh to the explanation. You can leave the Möbius strip for a while there, and I will read something from Stephen M. Rosen. So now, and I can also suggest that you use a piece of tape and that you make one left and one right. Well, we're not going to do today, but tomorrow we're going to make one. And we can pretend also that we make a Klein bottle tomorrow. These things are very, very, what can you say, helpful for the understanding. As the more you play with that one, Kalle's now playing with it, the more you play with it and follow with your finger the path, the more you understand.
So did I do it right? Down, and then I
attach. Yes.
then I go back here. Okay, it's not very elegant, but okay, it does. So this is, let's say that this is the outside.
Yes.
Here, and then.
And I would recommend that you attach them in this fashion.
No, but I didn't get it. So.
So you have them like this. So you always have one end attaching to the other end, like this. So you don't put them over each other.
Okay. So this should be.
That helps. That helps.
Okay.
That
Let me do
helps.
it again. So this, okay, down here, and then I go here.
Yes.
So here.
Yeah.
And then this goes
to the other end. It is as simple as that.
Okay, and
There's
they're
nothing
equal. Okay.
Equal, yeah.
Says okay.
There you go.
Okay, equal. And let me see. Okay, so this is the outside in this position, theoretically speaking, and it goes like this, and then it goes to the inside, and then another around outside. And yes, now I get it. Thank you, Hans.
It's not that difficult actually, but then you can, as a further progress, you can make a left and a right, two different, and then we put them together. We can do that tomorrow, and what you get is actually Kleinmodel. This is the best. But I think that with practical detail you can train when you get back home tonight, Kalle, which I recommend, because it's not so simple. I don't know why, but the complexity is somewhere in the movement. Some people take 2 turns, but it should be half a turn, nothing more.
Let's also do the publicity for this book by Rosen, because he explains the Rosen part from theoretical point of view. Page 138, for instance.
And I mentioned earlier, and I'm saying this today as to let it sort of become something tomorrow. This is very important, and that's lesson from Rosen and from other people. Do not try to understand directly, because that will block the understanding. So just listen, observe, and leave it at that. Leave it as a paradox, because if you preemptively take the paradox out of the paradox, it will not be understood, and neither will it be a paradox. So it is important that the understanding doesn't come about too quickly. I spent, I would say, 1.5 years on this book, taking it up every month. I had it in at my home for 1.5 years, I think, something like that. And I studied it before, but preempting the understanding in one go, that's the stopping point. Then you won't understand.
I would like to quote two fragments by Heraclitus.
Oh, good one.
One is the Dionysus and Hades are one and the same. Okay, if you listen to it like that, it sounds funny and it sounds also crazy. But then you have to also compare it with another fragment by Heraclitus, nature loves to hide. So in this opposition, Dionysus and Hades, how can we explain it? We can compare it with the Heraclitus band. That is, when you go one turn, you are on the inside, if you start from the outside. So that is like Hades is now on the inside of Dionysus, in one way or another. That is, nature likes to hide. But then when you go around, you are at the starting point. So they are same now, identical. But if you go only one round, they are different.
Yeah, very good.
So I think that the author, that you have to take all the paradoxes in Heraclitus in light of this saying, nature loves to hide.
Yeah.
Otherwise.
Very good.
And speaking of yesterday, you mentioned this saying, two sides of the same coin. That is okay. It's not. All paradoxes are not like that. Two sides of the same coin, because you can feel and touch it. But then you forget about this paradox. Nature loves to hide. If you can touch the paradoxes, it's not really. It's not. It's more like no. It's not paradoxes are not like a coin, as you pointed out, but they're more like a Möbius band.
Yes, paradox could be like a coin, but it's not the best metaphor because it tricks you inadvertently to think in terms that you can see the coin or feel the coin in its totality. Another good one that we actually by happenstance mentioned before, the way up and the way down are one and the same. And that goes for the Möbius strip. And if you start thinking up is just in contrast to down, then you're lost. This is Newtonian, and I think it's for me it was a gradual thing. It still is a gradual thing. I'm not there yet. But to have a up, you need to have the down. Otherwise there is no. The same goes with plurality. You cannot have plurality without including singularity. You cannot have black without including white. It becomes weak otherwise. And this is shown by the Möbius strip as well. It's easy to understand that because you twist it and all of a sudden you understand that up and down is the same thing. But it's still working. This is up, this is down, but vice versa. This is how space works. And this is so good because this is also true space. But it's a gradual thing. Don't expect that to come easily. It shouldn't come easily because we are used to diminished, narrowed strip of reality, so to speak. And it's a little bit like looking through a very small tube. All you see are small things and you don't get the whole of reality. The whole of reality is X and not X. That's the whole of reality. And in the very take of trying to understand everything and making that your goal, you will lose it completely. And we found the solution here in the Southern School. The Southern School says in your attitude already, try to understand it, at the same time try not to understand it. Then you have the paradox within you, and then you come to the unique position of actually being able to reach out and understand it. But understand it in a, so to speak, positive way, in this sense, positive, like existence way. I must understand a thing. I must understand that, which is non-contradictory. I must understand that. I use a plus here. That won't work. That won't work. Yeah. Thank you very much for the practical help, Kalle. Thank you for the suggestions and tips, and thank you for listening. Bye-bye.
Thank you.